The decline in YouTube views for K-pop is sparking a lot of conversations. For years, YouTube has been essential in boosting K-pop's global popularity, driving massive view counts and fan engagement. But now, the landscape is clearly changing. And it's not just one reason causing this drop. First, YouTube's changes to its view counting rules are significant. In 2022, YouTube tightened what counts as a legitimate view to combat mass streaming tactics. Fans previously looped music videos to inflate views, but now this tactic has less impact. This change hit groups like BTS and Blackpink, who once set records for views within the first 24 hours. Now, without these groups constantly active, K-pop's overall visibility on YouTube is reduced. Many fans have switched to platforms like Spotify and TikTok, which have different rules for counting engagement and offer a variety of content formats. The pandemic also played a big role. During the lockdowns of 2020 and 2021, many people stayed home with limited entertainment options, leading to a spike in YouTube usage. However, as the world returned to normal, fewer people sat at home watching long-form content. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels, which focus on short, catchy clips, have taken over, appealing more to today's viewers who prefer quick content. YouTube's increasing ads and interruptions have made it less appealing, pushing users to platforms with fewer interruptions. Another key factor is the decline in the number of new group debuts. From a peak of about 135 new groups debuting each year between 2019 and 2021, there has been a steep drop to only 48 debuts in 2024 so far. If this trend continues, we might see just around 65 new debuts by year's end. Fewer debuts mean less new content, which reduces excitement among fans. The industry seems to be moving away from mass production, focusing instead on fewer but potentially higher quality acts. The novelty factor that K-pop once had when it first broke onto the global stage is fading, and fans have become more selective about what they watch. Sales numbers are also a major indicator. This year could be the first since 2010 where total sales drop. By July, sales hit only 55 million, compared to 116 million in 2023. If no major releases happen soon, 2024 might not even reach 100 million in sales. The declining sales suggest the market is becoming saturated. Even with fewer new debuts, competition for attention remains fierce. Fans are still passionate, but they are more focused on supporting their favorite groups than exploring new ones. Shifting to streaming platforms like Spotify is another big reason for the change. In 2021, Spotify expanded into 80 new countries, reaching new audiences, but also drawing them away from YouTube. Listeners who once turned to YouTube for music now have more choices. Spotify's monthly listener counts for groups like Twice have more than doubled in recent years. Newer groups like New Jeans and Hypen and Le Sserafim are seeing hundreds of millions of streams. Even disbanded groups like IZ*ONE still maintain solid listener numbers. This shift to Spotify shows that fans are still engaging with K-pop, but in different ways. It's not just K-pop that's seeing a drop in YouTube views. Western artists are also experiencing similar trends as younger audiences move towards streaming platforms and short-form content. This shift affects K-pop too. Fans now prefer platforms that better suit their listening habits, like Spotify for streaming music or TikTok for short, engaging clips. Music videos, which were once central to K-pop's visual appeal, don't hold the same power. Fans are less likely to watch music videos repeatedly. Instead, they opt for streaming playlists during their commute or scrolling through TikTok for quick hits. Additionally, what defines a hit is evolving. The focus is no longer on breaking YouTube records, but on achieving high streaming numbers on platforms like Spotify. K-pop companies are adjusting their strategies to match this shift. Instead of spending large sums on high-production music videos, they now focus on promoting songs that have the potential to go viral on social media. A catchy hook that trends on TikTok can attract more attention than a $1 million music video that struggles in a crowded digital space. Interestingly, while YouTube views may be declining, K-pop continues to perform well globally on streaming platforms. It's now common to see multiple K-pop songs on Spotify's global charts, which was previously limited to groups like BTS or Blackpink. This suggests that while the platform is changing, the genre's popularity is still growing. This shift may actually be beneficial for K-pop's long-term growth. It forces the industry to adapt, focusing on building a sustainable, engaged fan base rather than chasing inflated numbers. The decrease in new debuts could also lead to better quality content. With fewer groups, companies can invest more in developing their artists' sound and image. The quantity over quality era seems to be ending. While it might appear as a decline, it could mean that K-pop is moving toward a more stable, mature phase, where only the strongest acts succeed. So, what does this mean for K-pop's future on YouTube? It's clear that YouTube is no longer the main platform for music consumption, and that's okay. The decline in views doesn't necessarily mean that K-pop is losing its global appeal. It's simply adapting to new platforms and finding new ways to reach fans. The industry may not need 100 new groups each year if those that do debut can make a bigger impact. This shift could help K-pop find a better balance, prioritizing quality over quantity, allowing both new and old fans to enjoy the genre in ways that matter to them. The drop in YouTube views for K-pop results from many factors, including changes in YouTube's policies, the impact of the pandemic, fewer group debuts, the rise of alternative streaming platforms, and shifts in how people consume music. While it may seem like a downturn, it might actually be a period of adjustment and growth, preparing the K-pop industry for a more sustainable and engaging future. There are still questions. Will this move to other platforms ultimately help or hurt K-pop in the long term? Are we entering an era where K-pop's impact is measured differently, not just by YouTube views, but by more meaningful engagement across multiple platforms? How will this affect the next generation of K-pop groups aiming to leave their mark on the global stage? What do you think about this shift? Do you still watch music videos on YouTube, or have you switched to Spotify and TikTok? How do you see K-pop evolving in this new digital age? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the constantly changing world of K-pop. Despite the changes on YouTube, the K-pop industry is still alive and thriving. Fans are still passionately following their favorite idols, but in new ways. YouTube was once the go-to platform for K-pop, but now there are more options. Platforms like Spotify and Apple Music have taken over for music, while TikTok and Instagram dominate short-form content. The landscape is more diverse, offering fans new ways to connect with K-pop. There's also a rise in collaborations between K-pop and Western artists, creating opportunities for global recognition. These collaborations often go viral on platforms like TikTok, boosting streams and views across different platforms. We're seeing more English lyrics and joint efforts with Western artists, helping K-pop stay relevant worldwide. This diversification is a smart strategy, allowing the genre to expand beyond its traditional fanbase and attract new demographics. However, this spread across platforms also means that fans are more scattered, making it harder for any single platform, like YouTube, to dominate. YouTube will likely remain important, but its role is evolving. Instead of being the central hub for all K-pop content, it may become one of many ways fans consume K-pop. Agencies will need to keep adapting, creating content that fits different platforms and engages various audience segments. To maintain K-pop's global appeal, the industry must navigate this new digital environment well. Meeting the preferences of both local and international fans will be key. We might see more varied marketing strategies, with agencies leveraging each platform's strengths to promote their artists. For example, TikTok might be ideal for challenges and short clips, while YouTube could host behind-the-scenes footage, dance practices, and full music videos. In this evolving landscape, K-pop is not declining, it's transforming. The industry is finding new ways to connect with its audience, showing that K-pop's global influence is far from over. As long as the industry continues to adapt, K-pop will remain a dynamic and exciting force in the music world.